Now, despite the Supreme Court declaring the introduction of the affordable housing tax unconstitutional, the government is still implementing the process. LSK President Eric Thury, addressing journalists, condemned the act, saying that all workers who have suffered from the illegal deduction should contact LSK through their email and share their payslips to facilitate the delivery of requests for them to receive their illegally deducted salaries. Over here, Abigail Namude reports.
LSK President Eric Thury, addressing journalists in their offices in Lavington, has criticized the government's action to collect tax on affordable housing even after the High Court declared the deductions unconstitutional. He has invited all employees who have suffered from the illegal deduction to contact LSK through their emails. Thury said Kenya is ruled by the law and not by an individual. LSK President-elect Faith Odhiambo asked workers across the country who are affected by the levy to contact LSK through their email address by sending their salary pay slips to facilitate the filing of the applications seeking refund of their illegally deducted dues.
It has come to our attention that the Kenya Revenue Authority and other government agencies have, despite the declaration of Section 84 as being unconstitutional, have continued to deduct and remit to the Kenya Revenue Authority the housing levy. There is no legal basis to deduct the housing levy, and this action amounts to contempt of court and arbitrary imposition of tax. The Law Society of Kenya shall immediately commence contempt of court proceedings against the Commissioner General of the Kenya Revenue Authority, as well as against all accounting officers and employers who have unlawfully deducted the housing levy. We call upon all employees who have suffered this illegal deduction to get in touch with the Law Society through our email address, and we will share the same and share their salary pay slips to facilitate the filing of the application seeking refund of the illegally deducted dues. The pay slips will be redacted to conceal identity details that can be used to identify and possibly punish any employees that furnish us with such details.
According to Mwaura Kabata, the deputy LSK-elect explained that the Tax Collection Authority KRA does not have the authority to collect tax on affordable housing because it is against the law and it is a violation of the law.
We remind the government that it has an obligation to ensure that the rule of law is promoted and not compromised. The Law Society of Kenya wishes to also condemn, in the strongest terms possible, the willful disregard to the law being demonstrated by government agencies. On Thursday, 29th February 2024, officials and members of the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union led medical interns in a peaceful protest over delayed posting of medical interns and payment of fees for postgraduate students. The police responded by deploying disproportionate force against the protesters, leading to the shooting of KPMDU Secretary General Davji Atela with a tear gas canister and occasioning serious injuries to other innocent protesters. The Law Society of Kenya notes with concern the disregard by the police of their constitutional duty, violation of rights to protest, and disproportionate use of force. LSK will join in solidarity with KMPDU in taking all necessary action to ensure justice is served for Dr. Davji.
The lawyers' body has meanwhile castigated the violent dispersal of doctors, with the police using live bullets against the law, citing the shooting of the KMPDU Secretary General Dr. Davji Atela, using tear gas canisters and seriously injuring other innocent protesters.
Declaring that section to be unconstitutional unless it was stopped by another court order from implementation, then that section is unconstitutional and has no force of law. So we think that irrespective of the advice that the Attorney General has given, it is every person has a right to comply with court decisions. KRA is part of the parties that were in court, both in the High Court and in the Court of Appeal. And we know that they have competent lawyers within their organization that would have advised on the effect of the Court of Appeal failing to give an order to stay the implementation of the High Court decision.
Abigail Namude reporting for Hope TV Newswatch.